0. So
We're in.
we're under a minute away.
Okay, T-minus 1 minute, everyone.
Don't be
Let's
shocked
listen.
if we hold.
Sonic boom.
And these are going to provide quite a show because you're going to hear those sonic booms.
All engines!
Booster landing deployed.
That thing is there! No, it is never.
That sonic boom is great for us.
Come on, let it go.
They are not seeming to care
Sound barrier.
about it.
Here we go. Booster 1.
Type booster separation confirmed.
They're not seeming to care about it on the tech.
And sonic
There are
boom.
two sonic booms here in the room.
Touchdown.
Confirmed.
Wow.
Hello everyone, welcome to Blue Origin Flight 29 for New Shepard. We are live at West Texas Corn Ranch, I believe. Blue Origin launch site. And yeah, we're finally here. Today we're here with Corey, who's also joined us. Welcome, Corey.
Hello, thank you very much for having me today. Today is going to be a very exciting day, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here to commentate. I'm glad to hear that I can commentate as well now on this launch. So yeah, we're 24 minutes, we're just under 25 minutes away from the launch of Blue Origin's new Shepard rocket. No crew on board for today, as there are, I don't know how many payloads. Let me just look up in 0.5 seconds here. There are 30 payloads on board today. They're not going into orbit since this is a suborbital flight. They're going to test the lunar, I think what they said, the lunar, they're gonna test lunar related technologies, and I heard one payload is gonna be on the booster, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm actually really curious because they said on the website they're going to try to simulate lunar gravity. So
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they're going to try to spin the capsule. That's one way you could do it. I don't know though. That should be really exciting.
We
to
need
see how they do
footage
that.
of that but after the launch or whatever. We need it. We need to see what's going on then. It's quite funny to see the capsule spin. Imagine there were crew in there and it spun. Like, it will be a bit But yeah.
I think it would be very similar to, like, I don't know if you've ever been on like one of those carnival rides that like you get like pushed back against and it like pulls you up kind of thing. I think it would be like that.
Also, I'm gonna talk about this even though it's like so out of my age range quite a bit, or well, technically not because it's for all ages, but postcards, sending postcards into space, that's still a thing. And
Yeah.
even on this flight, I think there are gonna be a few that are launching here.
There are almost, I believe, almost every cargo flight, or as they say because it's cargo, but they like to have fancy names, payload test flights have had a good amount of postcards on them. So
Yeah, for sure, many
that's
postcards,
probably
but I think also the thing here is they're like, even with astronauts flights, because basically every New Shepard flight here, because which one was the last that flew crew? I think NS-28, isn't it?
yeah, it was NS-28. It
Yeah,
was
that
the
even
last one. That
included
one got
postcards.
the
Yeah, that even included postcards here, as I have a full list of all postcards, digital postcards actually, because you can now make your own postcard actually and send it to space for Club for the Future, actually what it's called. So and that's pretty interesting. We even have a few of our own here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's just a fact about what New Shepard is also doing with cargo and even some astronauts missions, which is very cool. So yeah, Corey, very interesting. New Shepard flying for the 29th time, which is quite a lot actually. So yeah, I heard there was a live. Wait, has the live stream started? Let me check.
Not sure.
They said they were gonna start 15 minutes before. But yeah, we'll just talk through the things. So yeah, can you tell us more about New Shepard if you...
Origin website. I typed in Blue Origin in my search.
Yeah, I yeah, once again use Blue Origin because it's like, it's always... Yeah. But yeah, Corey, so can you tell us more about New Shepard and, if you can, the 30 payloads, if...
Yeah, so New Shepard is powered by a single BE-3 sea-level engine. It's interesting that we have to say sea-level now because New Glenn has two BE-3U vacuum engines on the upper stage. So it does not have a second stage unless you want to include that very fun solid rocket motor used for the escape mechanism, which they have actually had to use in operation before. So it also has a interesting feature where it can come back and land, but it's a good bit different than Falcon 1 because it does come back to the launch pad, but it does it a little bit differently. They don't have an entry burn, and they also do not use the supersonic retro propulsion to slow it down before they light their engines. It is even more of a suicide dive than Starship. And it almost looks like it's going to fail every time because it always hovers a little bit over the pad before it lands. It's a little bit hard to see as well because it does kick up a lot of dust too. So, and then the capsule will come back down after it reaches space and bring the payloads back down, which I'm trying to get information on right now. And that capsule will hopefully descend under 3 parachutes. I remember watching a mission where it was only 2. However, that capsule can safely land on 1 parachute. I don't think it would be comfortable, but it would certainly work. And those parachutes that it comes under have actually one of my favorite parachute designs ever. They are blue and red, which I just think looks really cool. So yeah, that's about it for New Shepard. I mean, it's a very, very simple rocket. I'll get some information on those payloads.
I just got notified. Sorry to interrupt you here. I just got notified. The launch is now 30 minutes later. And there's a delay on the launch here. So clock is now 47 minutes and 17 seconds here into the flight.
Right. So that's actually something that we see with Blue Origin way more than any other rocket company. They also like to delay 35 minutes at a time, and it is way more often than is necessary. I don't think there's ever been a Origin launch that I have watched. I've watched everything from NS-15 and up that has gone off on time. Some of them have delayed over 2 hours. I have spreadsheets on that. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna see it go off on time today. So yeah.
Yeah, there might be even more of a delay. Also, I might switch mic here soon because, yeah, some stuff. But yeah, you can keep going if you want. So yeah. Just looking here on what I should do next. I don't know.
So I'm actually looking at, I just went to the page for the information on the payloads. And we were talking about earlier the capsule spinning. So without going down any further, I'll see if I'm right in a second, but it would appear as if on the mission patch it has like some swirly air, it looks like, around the capsule, so maybe they are going to try to spin it. They could do that multiple ways. A big gyroscope will be the best option, though, but it would appear as if they're going to try to spin it to simulate
Are you
that.
going to be able to see that?
I'm not sure. We do normally get views from the capsule during crew flights. I'm sure they will be able to. I'm not sure that we will be able to see it. So yes, they are going to spin it, not using a gyroscope, actually. I did not know this. Apparently, the capsule does indeed have a RCS system, reaction control clusters. So yeah, that will be interesting to see that. They're going to spin it for about 20 seconds. And it will be spinning at about 11 revolutions per minute. I might actually, just to see, I might do the calculations in a bit if I have an extra minute to see if it does, like, what the G-forces would be. So yeah, there is everything from JPL on board to a micro propulsion system from Purdue University. So yeah, that's interesting. A water-based micro propulsion system. So yeah, I don't know how that is going to work. I'm sure it would work, separately from the reaction control system. But one of the most exciting payloads that I'm excited about, and because it would fix a big problem, is when the Apollo astronauts came back. I've seen Neil Armstrong's suit at the Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C., and it is very dusty. Extremely, extremely dusty. So it would, like, all the lunar regolith, that they call it, would get stuck to it. And one way is that they're hoping to eliminate that now is by basically, they call it electrostatic dust lofting, EDL. So that's one thing that they talked about. I don't know, I think they had something to do with that, a Falcon 9 launch that they tested on. I don't know. But NASA has been working on that for a while, and it should basically be like it's going to repel all the dust with an electromagnetic field. Kind of like how when I walk in a crowd of girls to go get their number, I just repel them. So it should work the same way. And then there's also some fluid operations in reduced gravity called Forge from JPL. And that one, I'm interested in why they're doing this again. They did a lot of this stuff on the space shuttle. So they're testing how to manage liquids and gases in space. The ISS has a lot of liquid on it. So I'm really and truly interested on, why they can't do stuff up there and pay for this. My understanding is this comes from a contract, so it probably isn't necessary, but they had it in writing, so. Okay, so there's another one, which will be evaluating how bubbles behave in thick liquids on the moon. And then soil properties assessment, resistance, and thermal analysis. You know what? That we're gonna leave that one alone because I genuinely have no clue. All right, and that. Okay, so NASA actually has a page on it. Yeah, so my favorite payload today that will be going up is probably really and truly just a electrostatic dust lofting experiment. That's about it though. So those are the highlights of it, and there are other payloads. I'm going to take a quick commentary break here. Since we are in a hold right now, probably for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. I am going to resume commentary here of the Blue Origin NS-29 launch. So if you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to let me know. I'm going to go ahead and open up the stream on the other tab so I can see that. So yeah.
It is extremely, I would say it's extremely.
Okay, so just making sure we get, I can get synced up here with the other stream. So today, I made a mistake earlier. It will, instead of just flying those, it will be flying 30 payloads. We went over earlier in the stream some of the biggest ones that will be flying today, but 30 payloads. So the live views of the rocket, we have currently have live views right now, but Blue Origin's views will come about 13 minutes before, I'm sorry, 15 minutes before the cast, the launch starts.
Nick, can you tell us all about those chase planes that you can see down there? Yeah, sure. So as Greg alluded to, the first aircraft there is a Mirage F1, and that's serving the role of primary safety chase today. What that role is.
Okay. So right now, currently, we actually have another really important event going on today. So. Okay, so yeah, so we actually have Kestrel 11, aka XB1, going supersonic for the first time today. So if you guys want to hop over to Flight Radar 24 and look at that. It's also being followed by a T-38 Talon chase plane and a Mirage F1. So yeah, should be fun to watch that today. Unfortunately, it is happening at the same time. But my hypothesis is that Blue Origin is going to hold a grand total of 2 times. And unfortunately, I'm probably not too far off from that. So yeah. So currently they are still on track. T-minus 18 minutes, 6 seconds.
The airplane, and all those 25.
So yeah, T-minus 18 minutes. Not right now, sorry. 7:52. 17 minutes, 52 seconds. All right. So they will start their views at T-minus 15 minutes. It says that on their website. So the launch window opens at 10:30 a.m. CST, 16:30 UTC from launch site 1 in West Texas. So yeah, lots of launch sites down in Texas now. I think even Stoke Space considered having one there. I don't think that went through though. So yeah, let's see what else do we got.
So what they certainly speak of. It's a total team game. That even extends out to being out on the runway. Right, so you said a lot about how they are ready.
All right, so Blue Origin has started their intro. Let's see, so
they were just now at this point they're doing what they call last chance check. The team will just look over the aircraft and things.
right.
Any rocks or dams or anything like that, we taxi it out.
So just going through their intro process right now. Actually, I was very surprised to see that in their intro. They have Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut, in their intro. So that's interesting. So yeah, that must have been a pretty big deal for them. Actually, I didn't realize how big of a deal that was for them. So yeah, I got them a lot of publicity probably. Okay, so that is really and truly not good right now. So I am getting word that it is back to T-minus 50 minutes. Yeah, so they just took, on my feed I'm watching, they just took the countdown timer down from 16 minutes 28 seconds, and it is now gone. From what we have seen from New Glenn and previous New Shepard flights, once again, this is not good. This does not mean that they're not launching today. However, they are holding. So yeah. It would really be nice right now if they let us know what was going on. If this is truly, like, if I can only imagine if the reasons they are holding, because it's not weather right now. I am looking at the weather, and if the weather right now, if New Shepard cannot fly in that weather, they need to fix the rocket like that. Right now, it is currently less than 0.9 knots of wind, so if New Shepard can't fly in that, I just don't even know what to say. So I do not think here it is a weather issue or a range issue, as I can see. I'm also looking at the range. So my theory is it's probably just some hardware issue, and really and truly, like, that is not good. I wouldn't want to fly on it. If they have to keep holding because of hardware issues and things like that, what in God's name is happening? I mean, so yeah, looks like... Okay, so something else has happened here now. T-minus 13 minutes and 48 seconds on their clock, so... Yeah, this is really weird. I'm watching this in real time just as much as you guys are, so it would really be nice to... Sorry about that. To know what's going on. So currently, right now, the Boom XV1 is taxiing out to the runway, so that should be a pretty cool event to watch as well. Like I said, I'm really not sure what is going on here. It looks like they're still going for the second opportunity in the launch window, though. Does not say when the launch window ends. However, it would appear as if they are going for the second opportunity because the launch window starts at 10:30 a.m. CST. So, yeah.
Again, the first ever
no crew on board today. So trying my best not to say anything bad about the rocket here. If you guys have watched the New Glenn coverage, we kind of did talk about everything. So, you know, we did talk about everything about Blue Origins, you know, the ways they work and things like that. So I'm not a huge, personally, I don't have a whole bunch of respect for them. So yeah. So right now, from the information I'm getting, they are still talking about the payloads that will be on there. So yeah, New Shepard is able to carry up to 100 payloads, I believe. And actually, if you go to their website, I'm gonna go look at that right now because I remember it was actually pretty interesting. Similar to how Falcon 9 has ride shares, they actually carry containers for those ride shares. So it's not just like they bolt them down. They actually have racks inside, so that they mount them to, and they have to be a set size. See, I'm trying to find that. That would be interesting to kind of see the information for that.
Anti-aircraft acceleration starts.
Alright, so yeah, I can kind of see the racks inside right now. You know, just the same capsule, things like that. It has flown before. The capsules are reusable. They do not.
And that's an indication that we were here today.
Give me 1 second, guys.
As we get a little bit more information about what's going on. So stand by and let's visit New Shepard out of the pad.
Alright, so they currently are in a hold right now. Holding at T-minus 10 minutes. Sometimes it really just seems like they hold just to really and truly have fun. I mean, it gets annoying, certainly, especially when we don't know they are holding for.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are looking at the
So yeah, it would appear as if they are still in a hold. It does sound like it is an issue with the rocket. Wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm really not surprised. So so the hold, H plus 6 minutes 39 seconds here, so which is just wonderful. So yeah. All right, so just standing by here, I might take another commentary break for a little bit if I can figure out it as soon as they release that hold. I'm back though. So just trying to figure out what's going on. Up here, I am going to watch very carefully for if and when they do release the hold. So until they release that hold, or until I'll be on commentary break for a little bit. I'm not sure when I will be back. I will be back for sure. However, I just want to see when they're going to release that hold. So yeah, I will, or if they have updated information on what it is happening, because there is definitely something happening. But yeah, so thank you guys very much. I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah.
If you are still joining us here, as you can see, we are still in the hold at T-minus 10 minutes. The clock has been holding for about almost 34 minutes here. So yeah, we're still in the hold. So there's still a lot to wait. Hold on. Alright, it works.
welcome back, everybody. We're still waiting through this hold as the mission team assesses weather conditions for today's flight. While we're in the hold, let's take a moment to recognize some of the people who work at Blue, the individuals who drive our amazing programs here at Blue. We've got such incredible technology and such an important mission here at Blue. Overall, the mission that guides us. But we always like to say it's the people of Blue that make this place truly great. So let's now take a moment and introduce you to one of those very special Team Blue members.
It's a privilege to work at a company that makes quality rocket engines. Using a combination of CNC and laser cutters, I produce and install parts on our engine nozzles. I love what I do, and I'm honored to be a part of something so historic and unique, especially when I see that engine light up. I'm excited to wake up every morning, knowing that the work I do every day will lead to millions of people living and working in space. I'm Darren 3, a welder and laser operator at Blue Origin, and together we are building a road to space for the benefit of Earth.
Yeah, Darren's work at Blue is a great example of how he supports our important company mission, and I can tell just from the footage there he's doing. liftoff. I do see there that the some information on the screen is just kind of refreshed, and they've reset the mission clock to 10 minutes, but the hold clock, it's a new hold, a fresh hold. I think we probably crossed that 1 hour threshold. So yeah, we're going to continue getting some information here from Mission Control and hoping and waiting for a successful launch today. So bear with us. Let's go back to New Shepard on the pad.
Alright, so if you're just joining us, I'll just have a quick update on the launch. So at the moment, the teams are still struggling with vehicle and weather issues and weather conditions. It seems something with the weather and something with the vehicle. So we don't know what's going on, and we hope that they get it fixed shortly. They just need a little bit more time to make this all happen here. We're gonna give them the time here, but of course it's very hard to manage this, and let's hope everything goes well today. Let's hope we don't get a scrub, because that's not what we want here. So yeah, we're just gonna wait here and see. Of course, we're gonna resume commentary here once again, like we're gonna resume commentary once the hold has ended, which we hope will be soon. But like I said, they are still troubleshooting weather conditions and vehicle conditions here. So let's hope we get that launched today. And yeah, we're just gonna wait on that, I guess. Corey, I've just heard that they're scrubbing. I don't know if Corey's still here, but damn.
Hello, my name is New Shepard, and I scrub more than Delta 4 Heavy itself.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're not, but yeah. Pretty sad.
Yeah, so I don't know what to say. A little bit interesting to me that they can't fly in weather like that. I checked the weather multiple times. It was not, I'm telling you, it is. I mean, this would have been it wouldn't have looked great, but Falcon 9 would have had no problem. Starship would have had no problem.
No, but the thing is, the scrub was because of vehicle issues with the
correct, and that's
booster.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, we just.
I don't.
Never mind.
Just not sure. So my friend just made a joke, Jeff Scrubbos. So.
I mean, literally.
Yeah, this is certainly not ideal. I mean, like I said, I've never seen like this ever before with New Shepard, especially this long. I've seen scrubs before. I've seen these extended holds, but this is really like really extended. So yeah, not really sure what to think, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
We don't want to repeat what happened a few launches ago, which is the boost, which is.
I mean, I would love to see that happen.
You remember a few flights ago when New Shepard literally, had a, I don't know, the booster just.
That was just weird.
I would say if it was launched again, there was gonna be another in-flight abort.
The booster avionics, I think, are probably one of the bigger issues. So
yeah, it's quite important. If you don't have, if you have problems,
just a little bit,
with that,
little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit important. It enables you to kind of control the rocket and where it goes. So
they don't want to be like flying with caution, like you don't want to fly and think it's 50-50 that the booster makes it back.
Right, that's SpaceX's job. So
SpaceX just goes through that. They don't care about boosters.
I mean, they were going to try launching on that day when we couldn't even see the tower. I mean, it was the weather, they wanted to launch in purposely bad weather just to play around with how it would do. I was very excited to see if I wanted them to go, because I was just so interested in what would have happened.
Yeah, but seriously, it's like they take all the chance they have just to try and launch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think they really need to review what they're doing with New Shepard, because these holds are not good for the rocket, because, it has to sit pressed for flight with cryogenics. The reason Falcon 9 has to do a 24-hour recycle, and here they can do it in weeks, days. It's so ridiculous. They just need to, and I understand this isn't the same thing, Falcon 9, but they should be a little bit smart.
Yeah. But
So, and they're just not being smart.
they're not going to launch tomorrow, I think.
No.
Blue Origin is not
No,
that.
I think it'll be at least 3 or 4 days more, probably. And that's not
kinda
including
sad.
if they have to do something with the booster. I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, I could really care less. I was way more interested in the Boom XP1 stuff today than this, so.
Yeah, we've sadly... Wait, is that... Oh, I've sadly missed that, though.
But yeah, this stuff... I don't
So
know.
technically we can
Today's
say
attempt
my
was
postcard is not
horrible.
launching today. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I was able to take some time off commentary and, go do some extra work and stuff, but I think it would have been better for them just to scrub early on, because early on, I feel like I could just hear that they knew what was going on, I feel like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do.
It's not best anyway when you know what's going on, but you don't want to scrub it yet. Just yet.
Right.
Just wait and see what's going to happen. Like, they are way too... Like, I don't know.
And
they're way too...
Like I said, rockets sit out there like that it's not... I mean...
Oh, I think they're going to roll it back. They're going to roll it back.
Well, right. Especially if they can't fix the avionics thing from mission control, so...
Yeah,
and from where
I think they're going to roll that
avionics
back.
are located on New Shepard, off the top of my head, they're going to have to remove the capsule too. If they need to look at it and fix it, they're going to have to remove the capsule as well.
That's going to take a week.
So, more probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just... It wouldn't seem like there are any biological payloads or anything like that. I think it's it'll be fine, but it's all about up to what they want to do here and how far do they want to push it. I would love to see them push it again. Yeah.
What is your personal opinion on New Shepard?
I genuinely live to laugh at it and hope it blows up every time, because I don't like Blue Origin at all. I have
no.
And they blatantly like, you're trying to, number one, it takes you 7+ years to get a rocket off the.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same issue with NASA's SLS they have, which I hate just as much. I mean, I love it and I hate it at the same time. But
yeah.
Blue Origin needs to get their stuff under control. I think it was a dangerous move. I don't even think it was a move. I think it was a stunt they tried to pull with landing on Jacqueline the first time.
I mean, they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
It's like SpaceX first ever launch landing. No, that's not going to work.
Even if you, like I said, how are you supposed to, even if you do get it, you have so many variables that you are not, I mean, how do you know how the booster is going to behave once it's done? Because we know for a fact that SpaceX's boosters have to be safe, they have to be vented, they have to be, everything has to cool down. If you have a booster twice as big out there, which it is, not necessarily, it's wider, but it really seems really dangerous to me to try to do that.
Yeah. It's just...
I also think it was a stupid idea trying to catch Super Heavy the first time, too. I mean, I love SpaceX, but I really think it was stupid that they tried to do that, because they didn't have a second pad.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you
It would have missed.
on it's kind of stupid, but
bad.
I know. I was quite excited when it was happening. Of course, it's very cool that it happened.
Right.
But
I think it would have been cool
thought
if New Glenland too.
no, just well, you talk first.
But yeah, I just think it was so. I don't know if I would necessarily call it dumb because I think they know what they're doing.
Well,
I debate that every once in a while.
They should know what they're doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't. They weren't going to do it.
Well, with Mark 1, I don't think they knew what they were doing. But that was Mark 1 too. I think Blue Origin knows what they're doing with New Glenn. Don't think that they are going about it the most efficient way, and with the money that they have, they should be able to do this better than Arianespace, better than Vulcan is doing right now. Vulcan has, I think Vulcan has 6 launches for this year.
Listen, do you think the first ever launch of the rocket is gonna be better than all the rockets that have launched more and more and more? Like with Falcon, I can understand because it's also quite new. But like New Glenn, first ever flight, you don't know what you're going to go get into because you've never flown it before. So how are you supposed to know how it's exactly gonna go as you want? Because maybe it'll do something else. Like I know you test stuff, but how do you want to replicate zero gravity on Earth without plane tricks?
Right. And here's another thing too. You can do what Falcon 9 landed in the early days. There is such thing as a soft splashdown, and Falcon 9 demonstrated that. It took a hot minute, but they did it. And I think Blue Origin could have done that. And the amount of times that they said, payload is the data, or data is the payload. Not only is that cringe, and there are memes about that, that just tells me they really don't know fully how this thing is going to. Done stuff before.
Yeah, well, it's with every single rocket. Even Falcon 9, when they first launched it, like they kind of had an idea, but with Blue Origin, because they were from New Shepard to New Glenn immediately, like from very small to extremely big. That's why I'm saying they don't know what they're getting into quite well. But like with Falcon 1 and Falcon 9, I would say Falcon 9 is quite an upgrade to Falcon 1. So they kind of know what they're getting into, but
correct. They also they also didn't try to. I mean, and this isn't a thing of SpaceX bias here, because I love SpaceX, but I also absolutely love ULA, Stoke Space, and Rocket Lab. This is like I love them. The way Blue Origin is doing things here is, and listen, it's not me trying to find a punching bag either. Arianespace is also my punching bag. Those are, in my opinion, those are the two worst companies in spaceflight. And it's sad because especially Arianespace used to be the go-to before Falcon 9. And, they can argue, I've heard people argue, well, Falcon 9 stole their payloads and stuff like that. That's true. Why did they steal their payloads? Because A, Arianespace couldn't launch, launch. And B, you don't, for a solid year and a half, you didn't have a rocket to launch. Vega had blown up a few times, so that was off the charts. Ariane 6 was in testing still. It was just so, these people know how to build rockets, and they're out here looking like noobs again. Yeah. Just crazy.
I think they can recover. If they just do their best, just keep on
I
going.
think they can too.
Yeah, but it's like...
No, I think they can too. I mean, they have a lot of contracts, stuff like that, but they need to get Ariane 6 up and running. Because if they don't, then, oh my gosh, everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah, but the thing is, every company, rocket company, from the start, everything goes wrong at first, except if you're lucky, of course.
Right.
So, like, all companies that start are basically noobs. But, like, I know what you mean with Arianespace, because Arianespace has been running for a long time, quite a long time,
And they know what they're doing, too.
Yeah. And then these things...
But this launch cadence right now is horrible.
Yeah. Well, quite. Yeah. But the thing, I kind of like Ariane 6.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good rocket, and and that's the thing, because if people want to argue SpaceX stole their payloads, okay, that's fine. But why does Ariane 6 even exist? Because of its huge payload fairing. Why does Vulcan exist? Because of its huge payload fairing. Why does New Glenn exist? Because of its huge payload fairing. That is something that Falcon 9 cannot and will not do, even with the extended fairing for Falcon Heavy, because that just goes up. That doesn't widen any bit. It's just a matter of here, what are these people thinking, and what are they doing?
Yeah, it's just quite something. But I want to actually go back to the Starship, which you saying it's kind of stupid. But if they've done it on Flight 7, it would be the same problem. Like, when are they? Like, I quite understand, because they...
I have opinions about Flight 7 too. I mean, that was genuinely dumb. There were indicators that they weren't ready to launch, but yeah, so sorry.
That was true. I can fully agree on that, because there was like no indication of a launch, and all of a sudden, launch date, that time, go. And then they even proceeded with the launch, even with the knowledge that they probably know that something can go wrong for sure. Like, for sure, something with the ship,
and
like we saw.
Go wrong was exactly. I had interesting thoughts on Ship 33. I thought it would, do its payload deploy testing thing. I wasn't sure if it was going to make it back down to the ground, but I genuinely did not expect that it would blow up.
No.
It was, and the way that it blew up, too. Let me ask you this. SpaceX didn't include fire suppression systems on Super Heavy. Caused issues with Flight 1 because, things started catching on fire and we saw Raptor engines going out.
Yeah. Okay,
that's great. So you don't add fire suppression until... So the second flight had some, and then the third flight got a lot more. So great, you don't add fire suppression. Oh, whoopsies, we also forgot it on the ship too. This Flight 7 thing would not have happened if they had fire suppression on the ship. And then we get a blog post saying, oh yeah, by the way, we're adding fire suppression.
Like, come on.
Yeah, that's...
Hold up. I'm gonna be a little bit... Like, why don't they have a checklist? Come on. If you're a space company,
I mean, That is the issue with what they are doing. They keep, and I'm not saying you can't make changes to your rocket, but the way that they're doing it right now, I don't know if I would call it dangerous anymore. I think definitely in the days of probably like flight 1 and 2 through 4 was definitely dangerous, but if the ways that they're doing it now with V2, I don't think it's safe. I'm hoping that that is realized with flight 8 coming up. So
yeah, but you're trying to launch the biggest rocket in the world. Gosh. And you don't even have a checklist or anything to make sure you have this. Like, they're trying out, like, you're trying a snack for the first time you've never tried before. Like, it's literally that.
And another thing is, you also have 150 tons of steel raining down on Earth.
Yeah, it's literally just trying stuff out.
Very, very, very close to hitting some commercial airliners. I mean, it was scary close from some. I think there was a video from an A220, I think, or some Embraer. I don't know. But yeah, it was very, very close.
Yeah, but I just don't like how dangerous they are playing this game. Because it's not even a game. Like, it's trying out something and thinking, oh, if this doesn't succeed, we're just going to try next time and upgrade it. No, because you have FAA. And FAA is going to be angry at you because of stuff with almost hitting commercial airlines.
And this time the FAA is justified at being angry at this. This was just so bad. No, I don't think the investigation or Flight 2 was really, really bad. But this time I do think it's justified. So yeah.
It's stupid, man. They try too much in a short amount of time. That's what it is.
Yeah, and they're not going to and they messed themselves up too, because not only did they not get, they're going to have to fly a reflight of Flight 7 up. So yeah, it's not, they're not going to be able to try to catch the ship.
Yeah, but I mean, about booster catch, that the first one was stupid. Like, when do you want them to do it? Like, I know they need the 2 pads to be finished if there's one that doesn't succeed, and yeah, then they use the second one. But I mean, yeah, I kind of agree. They went too fast on Flight 5.
Right.
Because they're like, I was thinking that the pad could, like, yeah, be damaged because of super heavy, and if not damaged, maybe even worse. That like the entire rocket.
That's why I'm saying trying to catch it for the first time is just dumb, especially when you don't have a second pad.
What do you mean, especially? Like, I wouldn't look at it like that's dumb. Like, if they had a second pad on Flight 5 ready for use, I would completely be fine with this.
No, but they didn't. Look, so super heavy weighs, I think, 250 tons empty. You have that coming down, just falling from the sky. Literally, I mean, falling with a suicide dive, and then ignite. What happens if that hits the pad? It very well could. That's what I'm asking. And you don't have a second pad? It wouldn't even... I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I mean... Gosh, I have to get out for that one. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about New Shepard astronauts system because
Oh yeah, that's a big one, I think.
yeah, about New Shepard astronauts, they really want to believe that they're actual astronauts, like Neil Armstrong, for example. Like New Shepard is a suborbital flight. If you go to space and back in under 5 minutes time, you're not an astronaut like official like the others that spend months and years in orbit.
Or even
shitty astronauts. What?
A week or two, like those Axiom people and the Inspiration 4. I mean, I think you could argue that they are astronauts. I don't think they're up there with, they're definitely not up there with like Peggy Whitson and Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, people like them. But these people who just hop up, you're not doing science in space. You're not studying things. You are going up there for a joyride. That is exactly what that is. So yeah.
You're just looking at the sky for 2.5 minutes. That's all it is.
And that's what it is too. 2.5 minutes. For $500,000. Probably more, I think.
No, around 500, 700,000, something like that.
Yeah.
But they want to make it cheaper every year. But I don't think that's happened so far.
Yeah, I don't think it's... I mean, there's just absolutely... Well, and that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, with New Shepard, they are not only are they not astronauts, but it really just takes away from other people who really are a thing. I think that's a big issue. And why would you say in the same sentence, our astronauts train for only a few days? What?
It doesn't make sense.
You're trying to make your people you want to call astronauts sound like they're like the coolest people on Earth. Yeah, our astronauts train for 2 days.
Like, it's
crazy.
Oh, but like the thing is, I personally, if I get the chance to, I would for sure ride on New Shepard, but I wouldn't be calling myself an astronaut.
No.
I would be calling myself a passenger or tourist or whatever, but not an astronaut. Like, I want to be astronaut,
right?
But that's a kid's dream, and I kind of like doing this as well. And just being a passenger for like 2.5 minutes, that's fine. You're not an astronaut. You're a passenger. Point.
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we yapped too long on the stream here.
Were we still live?
Yeah, we are actually.
I think this reinforces we need to do a podcast. I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we
can talk about so much. That would be great, yeah. I'll use my better mic, of course, then, but yeah, now I don't really. Well, I can, but it won't mix.
All right,
well, whatever.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I really like you commentating in these launches. Like, it's a lot of fun, of course. Every day, well, not every day, but every time you get the chance to. Although I want to ask you one thing. You were good. Yeah. You were gonna commentate on Long March 3B, but you didn't even come.
Yeah.
What happened, mate?
I was away I was asleep.
Oh.
And I set my alarm for the day later. Oof. So yeah.
Did you wake up too late?
No, I was just completely. It was nighttime here, or it was like around the time I went to bed. But speaking of other launches, I think tonight we have Yep, GSLV Mark II.
I won't be able to stream that because of the time. It's like 1 a.m. Like, I have school the next day. Do you expect me to stream something at 1 a.m.?
I mean, you've done it before.
Yeah, but I want to spare my life for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've done it.
Oh, other than that, I think that's about it here, so.
Yeah, we're just gonna end the coverage here. So thank you so much for watching this long podcast-like show on a New Shepard stream. So yeah, it was great having you, of course. And yeah, that's gonna conclude. What?
Sorry. Oh, I was saying you should change it to New Shepard Scrub /podcast.
Yes, I will definitely do that. Yeah, so at the end they can just listen to the podcast. Yeah, exactly. All right. That's going to conclude our coverage here. Thank you so much for watching the New Shepard, Scrub launch for the day. Of course, we had that scrub. The teams aren't always the best, but yeah, they're trying their best at least. I hope. So yeah, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back for another launch. Not GSV. You can watch that on ISRO YouTube channel. Maybe even a better choice for you. Sorry, but yeah, that's gonna conclude it. So yeah, have a nice day, everyone.
All right. Thank you very
Goodbye.
much.